Today we will talk to you about the latest economic news. I'm here with my colleagues Derek and Tim.
And this is from a business perspective.
Our first segment will be covering the Romaine crisis of 2018 and how it has affected the current market and economy.
For those of you who didn't know, there was an E. coli outbreak in romaine lettuce, which got more than 150 people sick.
This is very devastating. It has caused huge losses to growers, a drop in sales for retailers, and disrupted supply chains as restaurants scrambled to find romaine lettuce alternatives.
The prices of other lettuces skyrocketed even just a few days after the CDC gave a recall on romaine. At one place in California, a carton of iceberg lettuce went from $24 to $60 instantly.
This was true in other places as well. Boston lettuce surged up 175%, even kale prices raised too.
The Vice President of Food Safety for the Produce Marketing Association, Trevor Susslow, commented about how these prices will not begin to decline for a while because of this dramatic disruption.
The week after romaine was cleared, its sales were down by 38% in the U.S. compared to how it was before the E. coli outbreak. Guess I can't get any romaine in my Moe's order.
Haha, that's a good one. That's wicked silly. Our second segment will be on the latest Trump news. Apparently, he wants $5 million to build his wall.
And he said if we didn't get it, he was going to shut down the government.
This would greatly affect the people as the money would come out of our wallets.
Our taxpayers' dollars.
Trump said he'd be proud to take ownership of a shutdown in order to get funding for the border wall.
I will take the mantle. I will be the one to shut it down. I won't blame it on you. Quote directly from the mouth of Donald himself.
Now, according to the Washington Post, the Senate is attempting to pass a bill where the government will deny funding for Trump's wall, but not be able to shut down.
That's very unfortunate for Trump.
Yes, indeed. Great information. And for our next segment, the ground beef recall, there have been salmonella reported in beef, and because of this, over 12 million pounds of beef have been recalled.
The USDA has found as many as 246 people from 26 states have gotten sick. How horrible.
Yes, Tim. Most people infected with salmonella develop diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps within 12 to 72 hours after being exposed to the bacteria, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
The CDC estimates salmonella causes about 1.2 million illnesses, 23,000 hospitalizations, and 450 deaths annually in the U.S. Definitely not something to take lightly.
Yeah, by the way, that is $45,600,000 of beef down the drain. Very tough for these companies. Holy mackerel, that's a lot of dough. Food recalls like these over time decrease revenues and impact prices.
Extremely unfortunate.
Thank you for listening to our informational segments. And now to Tim, who will begin our sports segment of our broadcast.
Okay, hello, it's the Martian, Space Jam Jordans. I want this forever, wake up and smell the garden.
On July 8, 2010, there was a television special that aired on ESPN that would change the future economics of Cleveland for years to come. The Decision. It was titled for the program that had the best player in the NBA and star of the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James, who announced that he would be signing with the Miami Heat for the upcoming season.
Unfortunately, this was bad news for the city for a few obvious reasons. It regressed team record, decreased jersey sales, and failed to sell out the arena. However, the departure of LeBron James affected much more than just the basketball team.
When Ohio local LeBron James left the city, the team had a harder time selling tickets, and the restaurants in downtown Cleveland struggled to stay in business.
LeBron's arrival in Miami immediately increased the amount of restaurants and bars in the area. His presence increased the number of restaurants within 1 mile of a stadium by about 12.8%.
One unfortunate effect that hurt the city more than just income was that unemployment increased up to a higher average of 8.9%.
The lesson learned here is that something as small as a basketball player trade can affect the economy for an entire city in larger ways than anyone can imagine.
True. This graph is showing the number of restaurants in Cleveland and how they decline due to the direct correlation of LeBron leaving.
And the next graph shows the exact opposite, how Miami gained restaurants right after LeBron shows up.
That is the best thing I have ever seen in my life. Those were some informational graphs. They're really helpful. Now we have trivia from a business perspective.
This is a Kahoot. Please log into kahoot.it on your phone.
This will quiz you on the newscast that you just listened to.